My whole family was killed in a car accident. Someone did horrific experiments on me. I was abducted, raped, and forced to kill someone. And now some maniac says that I am here for a reason. Like some sick destiny. She's out killing people, and I'm in here bouncing a goddamn ball!
Hey guys, Chastity and Greg here with our spoiler-filled review of Jessica Jones Season 2.
Now, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to GameSpot Universe, where we got you covered for more Marvel content, including Avengers Infinity War.
Big ol' spoiler alert right here. Go watch the show and then come on back.
All right, let's do this. Okay, Chastity, what's your initial reaction for Season 2?
Season 2 is a really slow burn. It really takes its time, and it's not an easy binge watch, I'll tell you that much. Kilgrave is sorely missed, and Season 2 suffers from not having a large threat or a major villain. And as someone who loved Season 1, I found Season 2 really disappointing. And if you didn't like Season 1, then you should definitely just avoid Season 2 altogether. What did you think?
Yeah, it's a very slow burn, as you say, but it's just a hard act to follow after Season 1. I kept my expectations very low for this season going into it, and I was still disappointed. Going from David Tennant to this demon in a bottle / family drama as the main villains of the season was probably not the way to go. I liked all the Me Too elements that they added in the middle episodes, but ironically, you had David Tennant the last season, where he's pretty much a walking example of male entitlement.
Yeah.
And this season, what do you have? A hippie doctor who's not actually that
evil.
bad.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I got a call. Jessica's coming. I think it's time.
Okay, we talked about Season 1 so much, but how does this compare to the other Marvel Netflix shows?
It's kind of on the low tier for me. It's nowhere near as good as Season 1, as you mentioned, and I think that it's probably not as good as Punisher Season 1.
No,
I
not
like
at all.
that much better. And maybe it's on par with Defenders, which I was very iffy about.
At the bottom.
But at least Defenders had action. Sorry, I'm looking for more action in a Marvel series, but I don't think that's an unreasonable ask.
Okay, yeah, my list is still Jessica Jones. The first season's number 1 for me. You got Daredevil Season 2, and then you got The Punisher is number 3 for me. And then way at the bottom of that list, you got stuff like Iron Fist, Defenders, and Jessica Jones Season 2. I was waiting for anything to happen. They rev everything up closer to the end of the season, but it has just an anticlimactic conclusion, and I just was not on board.
Let's talk about the characters. So what did you think of Jessica in Season 2?
Kristen Ritter, she did a great job at what she was given. But Jessica Jones is just walking through the motions. She's just in the background. Everyone's just trying to get away from her. She just wants to be left alone this whole entire season until the final episode where she is. That's it.
Pretty much, yeah. She ends up exactly where she wants to be, completely alone. But
depressed, alone, and still drinking.
always drinking whiskey.
To not missing you someday.
Okay, what did you think of her best friend, Trish?
All right, so I think that for half of the season, she was insufferable, and for the other half, I really liked her. When she was supporting Jess, she was great. And when she gets addicted to Simpson's drugs, it happens super fast, and she just is a complete mess for a few episodes. And it spiraled. I mean, those drugs must be good, but she spiraled really fast, and she was just kind of insufferable to watch.
Yeah, the demon in a bottle storyline for a lot of these characters, I liked it, and it just fell flat. It went nowhere. Trish is addicted to this drug. She gives it to Malcolm too at one point, and now I'm thinking, okay, cool. They're going somewhere. They're gonna have these two battle off with Jessica, or something's going down where Jessica has to save her friends. Nope.
Just brush it away. And who was your favorite character this season?
Oh, Jerry. Carrie Ann Moss, aka Cersei Lannister
Damn.
of Season 2 of Jessica Jones.
Last 2 episodes with Jerry really redeemed the rest of that season.
Her arc was very well done compared to the rest of the cast, especially Trish and Malcolm. But I even like Malcolm's character a lot too, and I know you loved him.
I did.
Jerry, Carrie Ann Moss's performance in this season, which is pretty bad, she can still be nominated for an Emmy. That's crazy. She did a phenomenal job.
You got beat by a girl. Deal with it.
She's not a girl. She's an aberration.
Makes you feel better about yourself, doesn't it?
My favorite character was Malcolm. I really like how he came around this season. He was just working hard. He was fighting his former addiction. He's just like, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna like be a carpenter in the apartment, and I'm just gonna do things, and I'm gonna help her investigate, and I'm gonna be the best PI ever. I liked his ambition a lot, and I liked how far that character has come, and I don't blame him at all towards the end when he decides to switch teams and start teaming up with Chang and Jerry because of just how poorly Jess was treating him.
He should have left her after the third episode.
Yeah.
He should have just pieced out and did his own thing.
Yeah, she fires him every day. He should have quit, but he's just such a good friend to her that he knows in his heart of hearts that she needs him.
Poor
so he's
Malcolm.
Constantly there for her.
He was manipulated by almost everyone in this show.
By Trish.
Especially
By
Trish.
Jess, yeah.
I do like the little twist they had with Malcolm's character this season. He's like the damsel in distress, also the eye candy for this season.
Yeah, that was an interesting twist. Usually it's a female character, and this time around they're just objectifying Malcolm left and right, like at the gay club and just like on the street and
They're just using
everywhere.
him. They're like, get out there, do our work, baby, make that money.
Look, I didn't come here for a hookup. I'm sorry. Go home. Tell your wife the truth.
Okay, now who is your least favorite character?
All right, I know we share one, so I'll get to him next, but I'll start with Inez, who was just a complete waste of time and has so much screen time. This random-ass nurse, she's part of the plot, sure, and then we see her in the flashback episode, and we see how she got her injuries, but there was just way too much time spent on Inez. Like, she was a completely useless character. Speaking of useless characters that don't go anywhere, how about that Price Chang, who's just insufferable for the sake of being insufferable?
It got to a point where he gets on screen and I'm just
Like, go away.
no.
Why are you here? You don't further any plots. I would much rather that Malcolm and Jerry just team up together in the end and do crimes than Price being involved at all.
He becomes annoying every time he shows up on screen. Every time he's
just
doing
annoyed.
something. When he's sniping out Jessica's mom.
Yeah. Waste of time.
No, kill him. Just get rid of him.
Thank you. Please.
What's the job?
You'll have complete autonomy, a generous retainer.
And the job is?
Business opportunity.
All right, let's talk about some supporting characters that we should probably mention. So first we have Oscar, who's the new super and becomes her boyfriend towards the end.
Yeah, he grew on me. The first time we meet him, I'm thinking, oh no, great, this is gonna be her boyfriend. I could figure it out. First second
Yeah.
we see him on screen.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, I thought that painting he drew of her while she was sleeping was the creepiest thing ever.
It wasn't that bad, but she was super weirded out by it. She's just like, you've been watching me off. I have to go. I just have to leave.
But at a point, I felt like, I don't want this character to die.
Yeah,
I
me
kinda
too.
wanna see him keep going.
Didn't want him to die either.
I was like, don't hurt this family. When they show him and his grandma and
the
his son
son.
sitting at the table, I was like, please
Don't hurt them.
Please don't do it to us.
Protect them.
It's like sangria. Mama's favorite. It gets better after a third glass.
It's actually the first thing I got drunk on. My parents used to keep it around the house.
And then finally, we got Alyssa Jones, Jessica's mom slash villain, big bad of the season.
Kind of. There wasn't really a big bad this season, so she's the closest thing to it. I think Janet McTeer did a fine job with what she was given, but the character was kind of one note in a way. She's just like this rage monster who has so much rage, but once in a while she doesn't. And that's it. That's the character.
I just felt bad because halfway through the season, you know where this is going, and they just pull that string as far as they can before the final episode where she's finally killed off. There was no way she could have survived for season 3. We knew where this was going. Okay, Chastity, let's talk about the good.
I liked...
There's that one scene, wait. I like the Jerry stuff. I thought that was compelling.
Yeah, I like the end of Jerry's stuff. I like the last couple of episodes, but I thought it was a slow burn getting to it.
Also, the Me Too elements were pretty great when they showed up around like episode 6 and on. I thought that was great. I don't know if it was tacked on or not after everything that happened last year, but good job. It's again, ironic compared to the first season, which was pretty much encapsulated a Me Too moment in itself. And this season, it just fell off.
I know what I liked.
Oh.
David Tennant for one episode, episode 11. I really missed him.
That man showed up on set probably for one day, kicked ass, and then left. And his final scene, I'm just thinking to myself, no, don't leave me. Please come back. Don't leave me with these depressing people. Everyone's so sad and wants to kill themselves. Come back, David.
Let's talk about the bad. So, the overall plot, not interesting.
Nope. The pacing, pretty bad.
Too long. 13 episodes? Way too many.
It's gonna be 13 for every single Marvel MCU
It
show.
doesn't need to.
It's contract, they're gonna do it.
Stop it.
I didn't think it was that bad. It's funny, I love The Punisher and I thought the pacing was terrible on that. This one, the pacing, it's not as bad, and it just felt like every second I'm waiting for something to happen. So I was still glued to the screen, but nothing happened.
And we're gonna get to know, we're not, okay.
Again, there's no villain, and the new characters are just not that interesting.
Yeah, I just wasn't invested in any of them, and if they died, I'd be like, all right, bye, good to see ya.
Except for Oscar.
Yes,
Don't
Oscar and
kill
Vito,
Oscar.
protect them. All right, and the biggest flaw, this is a Marvel show, and there is pretty much no action in this entire season.
There's a lot of pushing, shoving into walls.
Mother-daughter fights.
And glass breaks in a few scenes. They blew their budget on a giant explosion at the end with, the lab, and then you had another explosion with the car
So
scene.
we get 2 explosions.
in the finale.
No big fights.
Yeah. It's cheap. I got nothing good to say about this, guys. This is very cheap. Okay, let's brighten this up a little bit, and let's talk about our best and worst moments. Let's start with our best moments. What do you got?
Okay, so I like when Jess overcame her hallucinations of Kilgrave and found her inner strength.
Is that because David Tennant was just in those scenes?
No, I liked what she had to say.
Because I'm not a killer. I'm not you. I'm not my mother. I can control myself. Which means I'm more powerful than you ever were.
Again, I really love Carrie Ann Moss in this season, and this scene where Jerry gets her groove back, pretty good.
You have too many skeletons in your own CD closet.
You should be very afraid of the woman who has absolutely nothing left to lose.
Another great thing about this season, every single episode was directed by a female director.
Badass.
Hey, it's not that hard.
All right, let's jump into worst moments. All right, so look at this poor piano, and let's watch this scene again, out of context. I also hated the scene where Trish takes her enhancers and then she's looking for a fight and she just kicks a dude off a bus.
Oh, that scene, he had the red hat too. They were trying to imply the whole MAGA thing too with that hat.
All right, that's a stretch.
That was so stupid. I could tell where they were going with that.
That's a stretch.
You're welcome.
Okay, in the aquarium scene in episode 5 at the end, holy shit.
Help us, please!
Holy shit.
Those poor fish.
That CG. And then finally, I Want Your Cray Cray is the worst thing I have ever heard.
I want your cray cray. I want you.
Yeah, so Trish had her Miley Cyrus moment where she was a child star, then she becomes a disaster.
We're gonna hear this song as an Easter egg in other seasons for Luke Cage, Daredevil. I understand it. The effect, it works. It's a terrible song.
That's all.
Man.
Okay, looking ahead to a possible season 3 or anything else that Jessica Jones might do, what would you like to see?
Okay, so they're probably gonna do something with Hellcat. I could care less about Trish if they do that. Malcolm, he's gonna be the antagonist to Jessica Jones in some way.
That seems more interesting to me though.
Yeah, but I guarantee you they're gonna put a villain in this season. It's probably not gonna be David Tennant because that man, he's got a lot of work right now. I don't think he's gonna come back.
Monster meets her maker. Mumsy deserves it. The showdown we've been waiting for.
Come on, Jessica.
What is going on?
Disappointed in you, Jessica?
Come on. Smile for me.
And then Luke Cage didn't show up in season 2. They wanted to give some space. I understand that. Even for David Tennant, I thought his one scene, he takes over. So I understand why they didn't bring him back. And I know they're not gonna have the money or the budget probably to bring David Tennant back next year. But season 3, I have a feeling they may do Luke Cage. They may have Luke Cage and Jessica finally start to work together in a, I don't know, some kind of
Oscar better watch out.
Oh.
Oscar versus Luke Cage. Luke Cage wins. Sorry.
Oh boy, Oscar, look out. Okay, everyone, that's it for us over here. Let us know what your thoughts are of Jessica Jones Season 2 in the comment section down below. Are we wrong? Did you love the season? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, tell us why we're wrong on Twitter. I'm Chastity_V.
I'm Greg FT155.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.